We're going heavy arms, we're going lighter pre-contraction shoulders. It's gonna be a fun day. If you have any questions, comment that below. I'm gonna jump right into it. I only have 50 minutes, 55 minutes, because I have a client coming in, so we're just gonna try and superset, power through this. Let's start with some arms. I'm thinking biceps first. We'll do a biceps. No, I lied. We're gonna go triceps first. We're gonna do a tricep and match it with a lateral raise. So let's go heavy tricep. We're gonna grip it and rip it today for arms. We're not worried about technique. We're just gonna hammer out some strength and hypertrophy. If you have any questions about programs, about exercises, you just leave a comment. Or if you just want to say hi, then say hi. We're just going to warm up the triceps right now. Trying to decide if I need to superset today, if I have enough time. I don't think I will superset. That way I can talk and answer some questions. But I'm just going to reduce my rest time in between so that I can handle that. If you have any questions, again, or just want to say hi, you let me know. That looks like a good position there. Maybe a little closer. There we are. Just doing a V-bar tricep extension. Grip it and rip it style. Done one warm-up set. This is going to be my second. Trying to keep my elbows tight, not let them stray up. Oh, yeah, that felt good. But we're going way up. Try and max out a little bit here. Christian, what's up? How's it going, brother? Ooh, that was a spicy one. Doing tricep V-bar right now. One or two more sets, see how it goes. If you guys have any questions, let me know, or just want to say hi. We'll kick it. At 170, see if I can get 10 out of it. I'm just gripping and ripping on these. Does smoking increase abdominal fat? Yeah, definitely. It's just a stressor on your body. Actually, it does blunt hunger as well, so that might be counteracting that. But any increased poison or cortisol in your body can't be good. Why are you smoking? Who smokes anymore? If you have fitness goals and you're smoking, slamming alcohol or other products, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do that on occasion. Okay, let's grip and rip. Ooh, spicy. I call smoking resistance training for lungs. That was good. That's funny. And see, I vape at the gym. Epic. Between sets. No, mid-set. Blowing it out. Yeah, obviously that stuff's bad for you. That is funny. I think I should go for one more set. Should I move on? That felt pretty spicy. Maybe we'll do one more set. We're gonna go alternating between shoulders and arms, shoulders and arms, shoulders and arms. So I'm starting with triceps as my first exercise. Then I'm gonna go lateral raises for shoulders, I think. Then another tricep. And then we'll go rear delts and then get into the biceps after that. Not proud of it. Wait, NC, you don't seriously vape at the gym, do you? That's a joke, right? Come on. Tej says he's very lean before started smoking. I mean, have you decreased going to the gym or changed your eating habits? What are your PRs for what? I don't really train super low reps anymore. I've done that for at least 5 years. Low key money said, "What up, peanut head?" I'm not even sure what that means, but it's super funny. Okay, I'm gonna smash this set. All right, that was great. We're moving and grooving. Over to lateral raise now. We're going lighter lateral raise, pre-contraction. Pre-contract all of our shoulders today. Pre-contraction just meaning I'm trying to flex my shoulders at the bottom or in the stretch and then drive up. So we're gonna do that. Bench, deadlift, squat, and see, hit subscribe. Thanks, buddy, appreciate it. I'm making a lot of videos and putting them out there that are more based on the pre-contraction, which I do half the time, and just how to do that for different muscle groups. So check out those videos. The most I ever benched, I think, was 280. I stick to around 225 now for reps. My top squat was like 315, but now, yeah, I probably maybe like do 250 now for reps. And then deadlift. Deadlift was always my best lift. I have super long legs. I don't know why I have very hinging hips. I have deadlifted 500 pounds before. That was my top. I'm pretty comfortable, probably now around 375-ish. 375, 400, maybe hitting that 405. But again, I don't power lift anymore at all. I don't find it as fun as I used to. Tej said, I do body weight only, but I think smoking makes my stomach fatty, especially lower. I mean, you're probably eating like shit too, man. If you're not working out, you gotta watch your diet. Shabazz said, location, I'm in San Diego, the beautiful San Diego, where the weather is always perfect. Okay, I'm gonna hit some lateral raises with that pre-contract. So I'm driving shoulders and up. Squeeze and move. I'm not just lifting the weights, I'm squeezing my delts. You might be able to see I'm getting a little bit of a chest and arm squeeze with it. I'm trying to avoid that, but it's not easy to do. I might keep that weight. So pre-contraction technique, we're using like half the weight you might normally. I was just using 15s. On my heavy days, when I'm ripping lateral raises, I use 30s. So if you're gonna try this out, half the weight you would normally do. Try to contract, squeeze the muscle you wanna work, and then go through that motion with that muscle. You have very broad shoulders. Yeah, I was gifted with wider, broad shoulders, a decently skinny waist, which is nice. I'm very top heavy though, my legs suck. Boca Moso Jr. said hi, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Tej, you're eating 2 solid meals a day, sugarless tea, and a bit of bread. Then it's got to be coming from, if it's Indian food, it's coming from the fats that are in that. Remember, fat is, and oils are super high calorie, right? Per gram, it's 9 calories compared to protein or carbs, which is only 4. So it's the high fat that you're ingesting that is being stored. Because, I mean, carbs are great. You shouldn't shy away from carbs. That's what helps you build muscle is protein and carbs. But if you have too much fat, which your body uses to repair your nervous system, your brain, your neurons in your body, if you have too much of that, it's converted to energy. And if you can't use the energy right away, it makes it fat. So that's probably what it is. Let's hit this second set. While I'm doing this set, we're going to do a tricep exercise next. I just did a V-bar press down. If you guys want to see a tricep exercise in particular, let me know. I'll leave you that comment, and we could do that. I'm going to try and push this right to failure. Yep. Felt pretty good. Shoulders are feeling pretty stacked, which is nice. Is this my gym? Yeah, it is. I want to check it out. This is my own gym. I train clients out of here. A couple squat racks, Smith machine, bunch of machines. It's all kind of Tetris in here. It's pretty sick. And I got this sick ass mural. What? All right. We need a tricep. Anyone have any options? Let's see what we got. Shizu, I don't know what you're saying. You've lost it. Okay. I'm thinking we go with an overhead dumbbell. Another little grip it and rip it style. Let's see. That'll work. I think I did last time on this 80 or 75. Let's start with 75. See how it goes. Where's everyone from on here? I know Tej is from India. Shizu, you want sit-ups? I'm not doing abs today. My abs are already pretty sore. We're doing shoulders and arms. I'm 35. 35, natural lifter. I actually train people mostly for rehab purposes. I have a doctorate in osteopathy, but I also do personal training, in person and online. Here we go. Oh yeah, okay. I don't know why I thought this was gonna feel heavier. Oh, although it is now. 8, 9, 10, up, 11, 12. That was such a weird set. When I first started that felt so light. I thought I was gonna get 15 out of it. And then by 7, everything just shut down. So I guess I did pick the right weight. Phew. All right. It's Snake. Keep working out, brother. One day you could look like me. Yeah. Well, prove it. Come to the gym and we'll see. I know a lot of guys go, I got bigger arms than you. I got big. Yeah, well, you're also a lot fatter than me. So, or you're about this high. I'm 6'3", so feel free to come by. We're gonna do one more set like that. I feel like it was pretty good weight. Just try and run it back. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about any exercise or anything that's bothering you in the gym, like last live we went over, someone was really struggling with their Romanian deadlift. We went over some technique on how to help that. If not, you could also think about just what exercise I'm doing next. If I need another shoulder, maybe some kind of rear delt would be good. And then we'll get into our pressing. Gary, for 6'3", you're doing well with your body type. Appreciate it. It is a little tougher to grow muscle, and I stay natural. You know, not that I judge. If anyone wants to take it, you take your stuff. I do not care. Yeah, the chicks don't mind. Here we go. See if I can get 10 out of it. I think that would be good. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, up, 10. Wow, I yelled way louder than I thought I was going to. Sorry if I scared anybody. That was weird. You ever get the urge, like the last few reps, where you just have to yell or do something to squeak it out? Or is that just me? I don't know. I feel like it's frowned upon, but screw it. Screw it. We're on the move. Hopefully everyone didn't get sick. But I think we're going to set up a rear delt fly. Maybe a touch closer. Rear delt cable fly. This is great. And we're going to do, again, that pre-contraction technique. Super light, just setting it to 20 pounds each side. I actually just filmed a video on this. I'm going to release it in a couple days. Editing takes forever. It's just boring. God, I hate it. But I'll have a video on how to do this pre-contraction in a few days. If you want to hit that subscribe, you can see it. If not, that's cool. Okay, let's see if we got a good view here. How does that look? Oh, a little too close. Let's back it up. Okay, that should be good. How does that look? Okay, fantastic. Okay, contract and move. Squeeze rear delts, move through the squeeze, release. I'm trying to contract on the stretch as much as I can. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I prefer palms down on this exercise. I feel more rear delts that way. Ooh. One thing about rear delt training, as you're bringing it back, it's very easy for your traps and rhomboids to get involved in that contraction like this. And so what you really want to do is try and shut that off as much as possible by curving your thoracic over like this. And then I'm bringing my arms out. And I'm just going through that range of motion instead of letting my traps and rhomboids contract as well. Much better isolations. You won't be as strong, but you'll get way more rear delt out of it. See how that's popping out now? Wasn't before, right? So thoracic curves. See how it's just working by itself right now versus that contraction through my traps and rhomboids. Something to keep in mind. When are you going to be live again? That's a great question. It's mostly whenever the gym is empty, which I've trained other trainers that work out of here, so kind of at the mercy of them a little bit. But I typically go on between 11 and 1, maybe once or twice a week during the weekday. So I might maybe on Wednesday or Friday at either at 11 or at 1 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna do one more set, and then we'll move on. Same thing, pre-contract, isolate, squeeze, take to failure. Squeeze, move, shut off my traps, shut off my rhomboids by curving my upper thoracic over. It's one of the only exercises that we really want bad posture for. And I'm thinking about pushing out to the sides, not necessarily back. Oh yeah, that was spicy. That was spicy. We're on the move. I need a bicep exercise. Triceps are feeling pretty good. We did a lateral raise and a rear delt so far. So, easiest way, nice physique, bro, appreciate it. Mid, but I appreciate the support. It's tough, man, when you're not taking, everyone's always looking at the guys on roids, and it's like, it's hard to keep up. I just gotta be strict with my diet and work out a ton. I just don't think I can get like that much bigger than this if I don't hop on something, unfortunately. I'm starting to peak at what my natural genetics are letting me. You know, I mean, you can always have growth, but it's just slow. I need a bicep exercise, guys. Who wants to give me one? We got dumbbells. I got everything. I got cables, dumbbells. I have a preacher curl. I have an easy bar. I have a Swiss bar. If you guys haven't seen a Swiss bar before, we could do that. I have 30 minutes till my next client. Also, any questions you guys have about fitness, about rehab, about life, leave them below. No takers? Going once, going twice? All right, I'm thinking about doing a straight or supine curl and then first, and then having a reverse curl second. So let's do a straight first. We're gripping and ripping. Maybe we just go solid dumbbells and just can hammer through them. What do you think? Sound good? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do a little warm-up set. I haven't hit any biceps yet. I'll just grab some 15s, do an easy 10. Nothing crazy. It's always good to warm up a little bit. Trying to more or less keep my elbows where they are. You don't have to overthink it too much. But I definitely just don't want to be swinging. Keeping tension, meaning kind of I'm stopping here. I like to have these kind of go down hit my thighs. That's just a good measuring point. Nice easy warm up. And then we'll get into some harder sets. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna bring you guys with me. We are gonna just get some water. And I have an amazing question from Nathan. He said, why do you have dress pants on? And he's not entirely wrong. They're kind of dress pants. They're Viore pants. They're very stretchy. They're kind of like Lululemons. They're an athletic dress pants. And I have these on because I'm at the gym here. I mostly train, I do rehab on clients. I'm a doctorate of osteopathy, so I deal with injuries a lot. I wear these Viore kind of dress pants and a collared shirt. And so when I work out, I just rip the shirt off and start lifting. Unless I'm doing lower body, and then I'll take the time to, go change into some joggers or shorts. But they look like dress pants. They are kind of dress pants, but they're very stretchy and very comfortable. If you don't have a pair of Viores, go get some Viores. They're sick. They don't feel like dress pants. But the answer to your question is I try to be a touch more professional for my in-person clients. Who I'm stretching and doing body work on and manipulating. Almost similar to like a chiropractor look. You know what I mean? I don't tuck my shit in like them, but they're all the same person, I swear to God. Okay, I'm thinking 35s? What do we think, guys? 35s? Supine curl. See if we can get 10. 3, 4. Alright, that felt pretty good. Ay. Take a break, bro. I know. I'm rushing things for sure. I'm breathing a little heavy, but I have a client coming in 25 minutes, so, that's the thing, is like I got a bunch of clients, I got to get my workout in when I can get my workout in, and just got to fit it in. Some days I have 2 or 3 hours to lift, some days I have less than an hour. That's what it is. I can't believe how heavy the 35s felt there. That was stupid. I don't know why they felt so heavy. But, fuck it, let's go 40s. Let's see. Shit. I don't know why my biceps just feel like dog today. Or maybe I'm just tired. We'll keep the 35s, we'll do one more set. I'll take this set to failure though. If anyone has any rehab questions, let me know. Is that why I have a small back? Oh, you think I have a small back? Shoot, all right. I didn't think it was that bad. I think I have fairly wide lats, actually. I don't think it's horrible. All right, let's get it. Oh, I feel good. Oh. All right. Pure triangle for my back, I'm guessing. That triangle look, I mean, that's what I'm kind of more or less going for. Somewhat skinny waist, somewhat, and wider shoulders and lats. Fuck, I'm sweating like crazy right now. Marley, how much can you lift? What exercise do you want to know? Not that much. I'm not a power lifter, that's for sure. I have a power lifter in my gym. Like he competes powerlifting. Bro rips weight. It's crazy. He's deadlifting like 6 something. At least 6 something. Which is just bonkers. I don't power lift. I do the majority, I mean, a lot of my lifting is hypertrophy based, but it's also a lot of just athletic based. Play a lot of sports, you know, I want to dominate those sports. Whether it's, you know, I play hockey, that's kind of my primary. But, you know, sports, any sport that I'm playing, basketball, soccer, golf, I train movements that make me good at sports. Not today, because it's a shoulder arm day, obviously, but okay, we're going to move on. I want to move on to my presses now for shoulders. If you're wondering why I'm doing presses after isolation work, I do that on my light pre-contraction days. I do isolation work first, and on my heavy grip it and rip it days, I do my compounds first. So next shoulder arm day, when I go heavy shoulders and light arms, I'm going to be going compound lifts first, probably like a barbell or dumbbell, heavy dumbbell press, something like that, and then do isolations afterwards. Love Me Hatefully, what a name. What's your flexi score? Can you tell me what that is? I don't know what a flexi score is. In the meantime, we're going to do a shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press, with a contraction of my shoulders at the bottom. So I've only grabbed 30 pounds. I don't know if this is enough. But you've got to go pretty light on it. I'm here. Contract, squeeze, and move. I'm trying to contract first, squeeze as I move all the way up, and then release at the top. It's hard to see my delts contract in your position, but you can kind of see my arms are also contracting with it because I don't have the neural control to completely isolate that contraction yet. Unfortunately, I don't think I grabbed enough weight. I don't know why I'm like whispering. Okay, we need more weight. Okay, I still don't know what a flexi score is. Love Me Hatefully, let me know. Mr. Fault Finder. Is it possible to build a muscular back with only doing weighted pull-ups and deadlifts? I mean, yeah, why not? I know guys that just do pull-ups and get super ripped. I mean, shit, look at a lot of calisthenic guys who it's just pull-ups, 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 and their backs get pretty shredded and huge. The main difference is, you know, in the gym and in like the bodybuilding world, where you have a bunch of different exercises, you're just kind of hitting them a little bit better, like hitting different portions of your back a little bit better. And so that's why they do that. But if you're just doing a deadlift where you're getting good extension up, squeezing all those muscles in and really targeting your lower back, or sorry, targeting your spinal erectors and ripping through your lats, and then hammering that with a pull-up. Like, you can build a lot of muscle that way. So yeah, you can, 100%. Do the other muscle, or do the other exercises help even more? Yeah, definitely. Depends what you want to be good at. Depends what if you're about looks, if you're about being athletic, if you're a rock climber, or if you just want to be strong as hell. You know, if your goal is more strength orientated, deadlift, back focused, and pull-ups are really all you need, right? That being said, if you're properly lifting, like, you have to do a very specific version for your back to get a lot of work. I can go over that real fast if we want, but the best deadlifters in the world are moving that weight with their legs, not their back. They're getting a ton of glute, hamstring, and quad pushing that weight up, and their back is just supporting the weight. It's not driving the movement. I can go over the difference if you want to know more. But there are back-specific techniques for deadlift. And if you're only feeling back on a deadlift, then you're probably doing that technique already. But it is good to learn the real deadlift technique for moving a ton of weight using your legs. Let's get this set in, huh? It's a little bit better weight. I'm gonna just slow it down a little bit because I still don't think I got enough. But you can always make an exercise harder by slowing down. That's better. Yep. Oh. Raul, what is the one exercise for best muscle gain if you have to choose one? Are you talking like full body gain? If I could do one exercise for the absolute rest of my life, is that what you're talking about? Or do you have a specific muscle grouping in mind? Yeah, okay, I'm guessing whole body. If I can only do one exercise for the rest of my life, what would I choose? Oh my gosh. It's a move. I think I would choose a move that I don't do because I love isolating muscle groups. But considering I want to work as many muscles as possible, I think it would be a clean and jerk. So then I still get the shoulders and chest, triceps on the press, and I get the hinge, I get lots of legs on the drive. So it would probably be a clean and jerk. But that's a move that I don't do because I like to isolate. Yeah, I hope I answered that question for you. Because you get the hinge drive up, you squat down to catch it, so I get all my legs involved, and then I press drive overhead, so that's top of chest, shoulders, and triceps. I feel like that hits a lot of muscles, you know? Okay, one more set, and then I gotta move on. We gotta get going here a little bit. If you get a chance during this to hit that like, and if you want to subscribe, feel free. I'm going to be releasing a lot of videos on pre-contraction and how to do that technique. Or if you want to catch another live, where you can ask questions, I answer questions for free. Just trying to help people. And y'all can give me company while I work out, because I get bored otherwise. Oh, shit. Oh, yep. Best part about your own gym, Just fucking throw the weights away. Ooh. Shane, what's up, man? Any tips to increase bicep size? I do weighted calisthenics, but my biceps are lagging. Yeah. I mean, can you go through kind of what you're doing? You're saying weighted calisthenics, there's nothing really bicep there unless, I mean, pull-ups obviously, but I'm guessing you're not targeting any specific exercises for biceps? Like curls? And if you don't have like dumbbells accessible to you and you're just doing calisthenics where you're up on a bar, then have a few sets, weighted pull-ups, rows, but I do incline curls. Okay, awesome. I think I have a good answer for you. And hammer curls. Okay. Good, I like that. Okay, so I'm guessing your incline curls are supine. You're laying back doing that. And your hammer curls. And then you're doing weighted pull-ups and rows. Okay. Yeah, weighted pull-ups are freaking awesome and rows are awesome. Your goal there is back, right? So you're gonna get some biceps from it. But let's get into your bicep movements that you are doing. So the incline, sorry, I'm just like catching my breath as I'm thinking. The incline curls are fantastic because you're probably getting a nice big stretch on that bicep. And you're working, because you're in a supine grip, you're predominantly working that bicep brachii, right? The brachii is the bump, right? And then on hammer curls, as you switch that, we're getting a little bit more brachialis, which is underneath, gives your arm some thickness, right? And that brachialis goes from about here to here. Hammer curls predominantly use that. Now, one of the problems with the incline curls, although it gives a nice stretch on that muscle, the first part of that motion is also helped by the brachialis. So I personally think you're not training your brachii peak enough. And so what I would suggest to you is add in, flipping that over into a spider curl. So what that means, I'll set up a spider curl real fast. Okay, so say you are here, you're doing your incline curls like this, I assume. You're getting an awesome stretch, but your problem is you're training a lot of brachialis with it. And then you're standing up and you're hitting hammer curls, which is a lot of brachialis as well. And that's why a lot of the amazing bodybuilders from the 70s had insanely nice bicep peaks, which I believe we've lost today with the modern bodybuilders. And it's because I don't think modern bodybuilders do enough contraction at the top. And so this is a spider curl, you just flip it right around, and I have the most force when the muscle's in the squeeze position, or when the muscle's at the peak, okay? If you think about how force works, we're always fighting gravity, right? So this is going down. My point of greatest resistance is whenever my lever arm is parallel to the floor. So right now, this is where I have the most tension on my biceps, okay? If I bend forward like this, that tension point moves now closer to the squeeze. This is now the point where I have the most tension, okay? And when you do an incline, like you were, right here at the bottom is where I have the most tension. So it's definitely not a bad exercise, but you need to add something that has the tension at the top, right? The tension on the squeeze would help build that peak a little bit more. So if you want to use dumbbells, if that's what you have available to you, or a barbell, you have to either bend forward to get that. That's why the bodybuilders of the 70s did so many concentration curls. Or you do a spider curl off the bench here, that I just demonstrated. Or you go to a cable machine. Let's move over there. We go to a cable machine, and I would set it up like this, maybe even a little higher, so that my tension is greatest whenever I'm perpendicular to the force, right? So my tension is greatest at the top here while I'm squeezing my bicep. So those are just some options that you can use. I think, especially today, the squeeze of an exercise is horribly undertrained. Everyone's just talking about the stretch, stretch, stretch. The squeeze is just as important. I mean, that's why guys doing flies are growing their chest a lot. Or if you didn't believe that, you would only do flies like this in the stretch position. But we're grabbing pec decks, we're grabbing cables, we're getting the squeeze. And we're not doing that for our arms for some reason, or doing that for our biceps. We define that. Find that squeeze under greatest resistance. I hope that helped. No problem, Shane. Glad I could help. Thanks for subscribing. That's really nice. Yeah, always think about where the force is coming from, how it's acting on the muscle, where in the muscle's range of motion it's acting. And that's why we do a bunch of different exercises as well, is because I want to target the stretch on this, I want to target the contraction on this. That's what makes my aesthetically more rounded, but also makes me stronger in every position, right? For pull-ups specifically. So if you go and apply that into your calisthenics and into your pull-ups, you've been training a lot of kind of lower half stuff. So that's great, because that's the problem for most people. That bottom half, you're going to be stronger on, right? But when you get to the top, that's the top half there, you're going to have more strength there, and then you can maybe transition better into a muscle up or something like that. So add that in, see how it goes. I'm kind of curious, maybe on a live in the future, pop in, let me know how that goes, because that'd be really cool to see, you know, how you progress. You got any sets left? Yeah, man. Okay, I need to do a reverse curl, and I need to do, one more shoulder press. Maybe let's do a front press. Just crank it out. Oh, that's not a good camera. That's not a good camera angle for a front press. I have a whole 7 minutes till my client gets here, so I'm gonna superset this. We're gonna go squeeze and drive. This is a front press. It's kind of like the bottom half of an Arnold press. And I'm targeting my anterior deltoids. Oh, man, I'm gassed right now. I am absolutely gassed. I'm going to go over to a cable to do a reverse curl, just to get some cable involved and kind of show you as well what I would do, or how you can set up a cable curl. Sorry, I'm discombobulated right now. So I'm here, I'm in a reverse curl just because I want to hit it. Up and squeeze. I need more weight. Okay. Here, drive. This gives me a ton of tension at the top, very little at the bottom. So I'm really trying to train the peak of that brachialis. Another question. Mr. Bodyline, what can you do for the area between the calf and the ankle? Nothing, unfortunately. So that's a tendon, and we can't grow tendons in size, unfortunately. That's your Achilles tendon. Shane, take care, man. We'll catch you later. Appreciate you, brother. So we can grow muscles, we can't grow tendons, okay? And this applies to everywhere on our body. So for my arm, for example, my bicep ends here, and from there to there, you see my tendon. I can't grow that. That's not possible, at least at part of my brachii, right? So on your calves, I'm wearing pants, or I would attempt to show you, on your calves, where that calf dips down and becomes the tendon and then goes down and attaches to the ankle, you can't grow that in like hypertrophy, I mean, right? We can grow that in strength. We can strengthen that part, which I suggest, but we can't grow that. And so same thing kind of on quads. You'll see people's quads kind of attach down here and then become tendon. They can't grow that part. Yeah, dude, unfortunately, that's your genetics. There's nothing you can do to change that, but just think about growing what you can, growing just the part of the muscle. It sucks. You have long tendinitis, and it makes it so you're not going to be a super good bodybuilder, assuming that applies everywhere in your body. Like, it doesn't necessarily. Some people have long and short tendons on different parts of their body. But assuming that's everywhere, you can still grow a lot in the muscle. You just can't grow tendon. I got 3 minutes till my client gets here. If you guys have any more questions before I sign off. Jeez. We're just gonna do one more bicep set. And then we're calling it a wrap. So any questions you have, get them in now. Get them in. Also, hit that like, subscribe if you want. I give free fitness advice. I'm posting videos, shorts every day, long videos maybe 1 or 2 a week. Just trying to have fun with it. If you're interested in online training, go to my website, lionstrongathletics.com. I have to go. This has been super fun. Oh, we got one more question. Any good recipes for a protein snack? Hard-boiled eggs are fantastic. If you can go to, I don't know where you live, but we get beef jerky that's on a farm. It's not full of sugar and crap. So beef jerky is great. Chobani makes a great yogurt, Greek yogurt that's 20 grams of protein. You can use that. It's absolutely awesome. It's a good snack, mostly, protein based. So I recommend, Greek yogurt, eggs, beef jerky is awesome. Whole eggs, don't overthink it. Don't be worried about cholesterol intake or anything. Whole egg. I gotta go, guys. This was super fun. Join me on my next time. Just gas today. Maybe I didn't eat enough. Also, I have been supersetting. So, take care. We'll see you next time.